Coffee, coffee. Boy, do I need some more
Could you
coffee.
try it with a little more something to it?
At home, I only take it to a certain extent.
His interviewer's questioning him, telling him, no, that's not what acting is. He's literally the guy who shifted the way that we saw actors performing. You're gonna receive some of the best acting advice that you could possibly obtain today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
So if you would say, coffee, do I want coffee? Boy, do I need more coffee, okay? And you're gonna say it every conceivable way you can.
Sure.
And all I'm gonna say is,
Let's do this.
would you like more coffee? Would you like more coffee?
Tom Holland's like, what is happening? What do I do? Which, it could be a nerve-wracking experience. Imagine you're also on that couch with Tom Hanks and he wants to go and do an acting exercise with you. Anybody's gonna be like, whoa, wait, what's happening? And it's funny because we get to see that from Tom Holland.
Coffee, coffee, boy, do I need
Oh,
more
coffee, coffee. Boy, do I need more coffee.
Good, thank you. Would you like some more coffee?
Coffee, coffee. Boy, do I need some more
Could you
coffee.
try it with a little more something to it? Because we need, this is a big important scene, because King Kong is out front and he's gonna smash the building.
Okay, yes, Tom Hanks.
Would you like some more coffee?
Coffee, coffee. Please, sir, I need some more coffee.
Good, let's try it again. Would you like some more coffee?
Coffee, coffee. Please, sir, I need some more coffee.
Would you like some more coffee?
Coffee, coffee. Please, sir, come on. I need some more coffee.
Would you like some more coffee?
Coffee, please, Tom Hanks. Give me some coffee.
So this is a great use of the idea of repetition, and we use it because we're trying to get to our natural voice. We're trying to get to a natural place of speaking where we're not going to be or not to be. That is the question, but just being honest with it and saying the lines to be or not to be. That is the question. Repetition is a big thing that helps a lot of actors, and it's even something I use in my own practice, and it's also what I teach and work with my students on. Next, we're going to take a quick look into Viola Davis and her points, and she's an amazing actress as well. Went to Juilliard, has a ton of training behind her back, but this point actually was really powerful because it reminds me of my time in drama school and working with scene partners and how you will have a scene partner and they try to take too much control of a scene, which ends up hurting the scene. So just watch this point, see what she says, and then we'll talk about it a little more.
One of the things I do when I collaborate is whatever the actor gives me, I use. I don't go home and prepare a performance and then come to the set and use that performance that I prepared at home.
Super important point to realize because, again, a lot of actors try to over control a scene and they'll be working on a scene so much that they have an idea about what the other actor should be saying, how their line should be said. And that's solely based on how you also believe the other actor should act, and it ends up hindering you more. So let's continue on to see what else she says.
Whatever I work with at home, I only take it to a certain extent. And then when I go on stage, I prepare myself for the fact that the actor may give me something completely different. Because what has happened in the past, and I see it with other actors, they'll tell another actor how to act. They've already planned what they want to do, and that other actor, whatever they're giving them, is interfering with that. That's not how it works. You got to say yes to your partner. If they're giving you a line in a certain way, guess what? You got to get up off your double snakes and use that. That's my process of collaboration.
You know, even just hearing her say this, it reminds me so much of improv. Because in improv, one of the key foundations you learn is this concept of yes and. Because when you say no in an improv scene, the scene dies. It's really hard to go anywhere. And the thing is with acting, if we can say yes and in a scene, yes, we have a scene partner, but we don't know exactly how they're gonna behave in the scene, how they're gonna act, how they're gonna deliver a line. And being open to that instead of pushing it away allows for magic to happen in the scene. And you may not have experienced this before. You may not even know that this is something that exists. But when it happens, and hopefully it happens for you, that's when magic in a scene really builds. When you're open and you're not pre-planning a moment, but you're letting it just happen to you. Next, we're gonna take a look at this point with Robert De Niro. I think that this is a video that every single actor should watch, and you probably should watch it on loop until it actually sinks in for yourself. It's the idea of actors always feeling like they need to do too much, and basically Robert De Niro is gonna tell you that's not the case. So let's watch it.
Simpler than you think, and it's very hard for actors, and I get caught up in that myself, where you have to do more, do something, and you don't have to do anything, nothing, and you're better off, and it'll work the way people are in life. They don't do anything. They could, I'm talking to you and I'm looking at your expression, and you could have been told that somebody in your family was this or that, some terrible thing. You're still gonna have the same look on your face.
So this is such a great piece of advice because it's saying, hey, you don't have to go and try so hard. How many of you right now, when you're working on a scene or you get an audition, how many of you, truthfully, are trying too hard? So it's a really important concept to think about, and you don't have to do too much. Now, it's important to note that you don't just become plain and boring. It's not like, hi, how's it going? Look at me, I'm not doing anything. That's not what Robert De Niro is saying here. He's trying to say, hey, be natural, be you, act how you do in your everyday life. And that's where the magic's gonna happen. Next up, we're gonna be looking at Tom Hardy, where he's gonna be asked a question about method acting, where the interviewer is gonna tell him, hey, so you do method acting, and then you're gonna see his response, and it's great. And it's a concept that I think we should talk about more when it comes to acting, and he breaks it down very simply. So just watch this.
I know that you are a method actor. So...
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No, just yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
That's not like you touched a nerve.
Okay.
It's just that I'm not, because I'm a geek. Okay. I think the words method acting always trigger make me feel. I feel like responding to that with a sort of 4-hour-long lecture as to what method acting may or may not be. And so it's like, oh, I'm glad you asked, but we haven't got the time. So fundamentally, in a nutshell, there's two types of acting: convincing and not convincing. And then midway between the two is any method necessary, including fake it to make it. I could be saying something and thinking, what's for lunch? And that could work and translate. So no, it's not necessary. I think what is really necessary for me as an actor, and only speaking for myself, is the nature of the relationships on set and the who knows the most and best idea wins in service of a text.
So what's great is just even that last point that he mentioned, in service of the text. We just talked about in a recent video about text analysis and the importance of that. Text analysis, it gives us a guide path. It's like a roadmap it creates for us so we know how to navigate a character. The more text mining you do, the more that you know about your characters. The other thing when it comes to when he's talking about the method acting, look at this. Acting is literally what he said. It's convincing, not convincing, or if you think about it, good acting, bad acting, believable acting, not believable. You don't question this acting because it's good, you question this acting because it's bad. It's very simple terms. And then he's right, everything in between is the approach that you use. So now we're saving the best for last, which is Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando is a phenomenal actor. He's almost considered the king of acting. When he came along, acting became much more natural, much more subtle, much more real and authentic. What I want you to do is just really listen to what he's about to say here. Phenomenal actor. Really fun interview if you want to watch the whole thing.
People lie constantly, every day, by not saying something that they think, or saying something that they don't think, or showing something that they don't feel, or trying to give the appearance of feeling something that they don't actually. I said that, didn't I?
Yeah, but that's not acting.
That is acting. That is
No, it
persona.
isn't.
Yes, it is.
It's so funny, and it boggles my mind that Marlon Brando, who is proclaimed as the king of acting, he's the guy who made acting realistic instead of performative, and all of a sudden this interviewer is questioning him, telling him, no, that's not what acting is. He's literally the guy who shifted the way that we saw actors performing. And then the interviewer is going, what? That's not what acting is. It's so funny to see that because everybody has built this idea of, oh, this is what acting is. But the guy who's here that everybody considers the king is like, no, that's not what it is. And this interviewer, it's the funniest thing to see. Okay, let's continue on.
Acting is a survival mechanism, and we act to save our lives actually every day.
It's true. We act all the time. There are times where you're going to be at work and you're not very happy, but you don't show that because you need to keep your job. You need to have money coming in so you can put food on the table to provide for your family, depending on how old you are and your circumstances. Maybe there's been a time before where you've had to take care of a sibling. You and a sibling are staying home and your sibling's afraid and scared because there's a thunderstorm going on outside. Well, you have to be the stronger older sibling to tell them, no, look, everything's going to be okay. You may also be scared in that thunderstorm, but you have to be strong for your own sibling. So we're acting all the time, whether we realize it or not. These are some phenomenal points from these actors, and I couldn't have worded it any better than they did. Follow these points. It will help you a lot on your journey. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you stay up to date with everything. And if you want more like this, let me know, and I'll make more videos like this. Also, if you're interested in our 10-hour acting masterclass, our 2.0 version, and you want to take your acting to the next level, where you can go and find that course down in the description down below and also in the comment section if you're interested in that. And if you really like this video, I would suggest going and checking out this one over here because you're gonna also like this one too. All right, I'll see you later. Peace.